The little girl casually pointed her finger. The nanny immediately started laying eggs, just because they had mocked the female CEO as a hen that couldn't lay. The little girl decided to make her eat her words. Turns out the little girl was a heavenly child sent to grant babies, but she got playful, and while her master was asleep, she took the sacred baby-giving duster. As she waved it around carelessly, an old woman on Earth suddenly became pregnant. Even pets started having litter after litter. Earth's order was thrown into chaos. The immortals were furious. They were about to take the treasure back, but were interrupted by the suddenly awakened master. In a panic, the little girl dropped the baby-giving duster to the mortal world. The master got angry and punished her by sending her down to retrieve it. She must also help those who truly need children, and light up 9 merit beads in her hand. Only then can she return to the heavens. But accidents happened after she descended. Her master gave her a magical tool, a sky mirror that could contact heaven 3 times, to keep her safe, and with that he threw her down to earth. Just then, the little girl heard someone praying for a child. She teleported to her temple. There she saw a noble woman praying. This woman was actually a company CEO. After getting married, she wanted to focus on family, so she handed the company over to her husband. But after 3 years of marriage, she still hadn't had a child. The little girl immediately saw black energy around her womb. At that moment, the CEO felt sharp pain in her stomach. The little girl stepped forward and touched her belly. She chanted a spell. The black energy vanished instantly. The CEO felt much better. Curious, she asked who the little girl was. She pointed at a temple painting and said she was the baby-giving fairy. The assistant thought she was making things up, but the little girl insisted. The CEO was destined to have many children and great fortune. Her infertility was caused by someone's evil interference. Thankfully, she met the right person, and she would surely have a child soon. But the CEO didn't believe her, though she felt pity for the lonely little girl, and adopted her on the spot. As soon as they reached the villa entrance, the little girl saw the house was shrouded in poisonous miasma. She chanted a spell. The miasma disappeared instantly. Inside the house, she saw the same miasma filling the rooms. She warned the CEO. Something unclean in the house was blocking her fertility. When she looked up, she saw 2 twin spirits hovering in the air. They were meant to reincarnate into the CEO's womb, but they couldn't enter no matter what. The little girl decided to help them, and send them into their mother's belly. But the CEO had no idea what she was talking about, so the little girl decided to show her the babies herself. Just as she was casting the spell, she was interrupted by the nanny and the mother-in-law. She immediately noticed the nanny was wrapped in dark energy, and the mother-in-law's face was full of resentment toward the CEO, letting the nanny mock her for not having children. The little girl stepped forward and firmly declared that with her around, the mommy would definitely have a baby. The mother-in-law called her a liar, and the nanny mocked her for calling the CEO mommy, accusing her of being an illegitimate child from another man. The CEO explained how she had adopted the little girl, but no one believed her. The nanny even cursed her in public to be barren forever. The little girl said her mommy was destined for many children, but the nanny was full of dark energy. She then pointed to the nanny's leg, and said there was a baby spirit clinging to it and crying. The nanny's legs went stiff instantly, her face full of fear. The little girl said the baby had died at 3 months, and still called her mommy. Its resentment hadn't faded. The nanny